Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Friday Reads. And today's story is kind of exciting because it's called The Selfish Giant. Now, those of you who know me know that I'm quite a tall guy, and I have been called a giant myself. But no one's ever called me selfish before. So that's a good thing. Now, to all the wonderful boys and girls, our future global agents of change that are joining us today and going to be seeing this, I hope you enjoyed this story. Teachers, parents, reading is so important. So take this example of how I read and how I use my voice and how I express myself through the story to do so with your students and your children alike. So, let's get started. A big giant has a big house with a big garden. And the giant says, "My garden is beautiful." And yes, he has a pretty beautiful garden with a lot of different flowers and beautiful colors. One day, the giant visits a friend. His friend lives very far away. Now, they're not wearing masks. They should be, but they're not wearing masks. But that's okay. So the giant leaves his house to go see his friend. Hello, all of you joining us. I see your messages, your comments from Morocco, from Albania, from Algeria, from Ukraine. Thank you for joining us, everyone. As the giant left his house, some children go into the giant's garden. Uh-oh. Kids, what do you think's going to happen? The one child says, "Look at that beautiful garden." And the other child says, "Yes. Let's go and play." Now, are we supposed to go play in other people's gardens? But the giant comes back home. Uh-oh. He sees the children in his garden. Well, do you remember his face at the beginning of the story? "Hey, you! Go away!" he says. And look at their faces. Oh my goodness. Right? The giant is very angry. And shouldn't he be angry, kids? I think so. He says, "This is my garden. Get out!" And as the kids are leaving with their heads down, this little boy says, "But why?" And that's a good question. Why should they get out of his garden? The giant builds a big wall. "Ha ha! Now you can't come in my garden. Naughty, naughty children." And do you see what he did? He built a wall. And now, that's it. Kids can't go in his garden anymore. Right? Problem solved. Then the giant makes a big sign. The children are very sad. A sign like this. And what does that say? Keep out. What does keep out mean? Keep out. Right? And so he writes this. And the kid says, oh no, we must go away. They can't go back at all to his garden where they were having fun. Now the garden is empty. One day, a flower pops up and looks all around. And the little flower says, where are all the children? They can't come back. The flower sees the sign. The giant is selfish. I don't want to be in his garden. That's what the flower said. Look. I'm going back to sleep. And so, the flower was not happy that the children were not there and went back to sleep. It's winter now. The snow is coming. It covers the grass and the trees. The garden is empty. I can call my friend, the wind, here. And so this is winter. And winter is coming into the garden and is going to call his friend Wind to come. The wind and the snow like the giant's garden very much. They decide to stay. I'm so cold. What is happening? You see the selfish giant, he's freezing. Because the wind and winter is here. Spring, summer, and autumn come and go. But not in the giant's garden. Where is the spring? I don't understand, said the giant. But one day, the children make a little hole in the wall and go into the garden. The children are back again. And let's take a look, students, what happens when the children go through the crack in the wall. Look, the snow is leaving. The flowers are back. Let's climb the trees, says another child. The giant, from in his house up above, sees the children. But now he understands. Look how happy the children are. And the giant says, the spring doesn't come here because I'm selfish. And so the children coming back to his house brought spring back. A little boy is under a big tree. The giant goes to the garden. The other children are scared. The giant asks the little boy, why don't you climb the tree? I can't. I'm little, and the tree is very big. So what do you think the giant's gonna do, guys? Huh? What do you think? He's not gonna be selfish anymore with his garden. No, no, no. The giant likes the little boy. And he says, "Here, let me help you." And so the little boy goes on his hand and he picks him up to climb the tree. The little boy is in the tree now, and he is so very happy. He kisses the giant. "Thank you, giant. You are very kind." The other children are happy too. They are not scared now. "Come here, children. I want to talk to you." The giant takes down this sign. "You can play here every day. It's your garden now." Hooray! All the children yell as they are happy as can be that the garden is also for them. The garden is a happy place again. The sun is shining. The birds are singing. And the giant is playing with the children. I am having so much fun as the children are climbing on top of his head and he's holding the two children in his hands. There are many flowers here, but do you know why my garden is so beautiful? Kids, what do you think? Why is his garden so beautiful? That's right, you got it. Because the children are here. So, one of my favorite stories to read. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful, splendid weekend. And I look forward to having you back again at our next Friday Reads. Take care, stay safe, and keep reading. Bye.